Okay, good morning all of you. And today we have to discuss in the business study of class 12th. And the topic is controlling concept and importance. So the controlling is treated as last function of management, and it is the comparison of actual performance and the setting of objectives or the goal already set up by the organization. So if any deviation between two, actual performance and the goals, we already decided, predetermined goals. In this case, the deviation, we need to control this deviation. So it is simply a result oriented process of the activities in the management, and the controlling refers to the comparison of actual performance with the planned performance and taking corrective actions in case of deviation between the actual and planned performance. If any the deviation between the two, actual and setting of objectives or the planned performance, then for this purpose we need to take a corrective action. So generally this is the process in the controlling to make the plant successful or maybe the effective, and it is the process of bringing about conformity of performance with the planned action. So the controlling is treated as the looking back, whereas planning is treated as the forward function of management or looking forward. So controlling is goal oriented, or as already I am discussed, this is the result oriented. If any deviation that we have not able to achieve the results, then we need to take the actions, or these actions are known as corrective actions. Then if we not work with the planning as known as futuristic or maybe or related to the future, so that's why we need to fix some of the criteria to control over the activities to be completed as in the planned form or the planned action. So for this purpose, following are the points to describe the role of controlling, and these are: first is accomplishment of organizational goal, to achieve goals. It's okay, the controlling help to achieve the goals of the organization because it is treated as goal oriented process or goal oriented activities. Next is judging the accuracy of standard. Okay, next is judging the accuracy of standard. An effective control system helps the organization to verify whether the standards set are accurate and objective. A good control system keeps a careful check on the changes taking place in the business environment and help in the revising standard as and when required. So it is not only means to fix any standard, the standard should be accurate and should be achievable, and for this purpose we will use the tools as a controller. Next is effective and efficient use of resources. Efficient use of resources. In this, controlling help to reduce wastage and spoilage of the resources. It aims to ensure that each activity is performed according to the predetermined standard. As a result, there is effective and efficient use of resources. By this points as a describing role of controlling, if the controlling techniques we are using, then of course we are taking care of all resources available in the organization as per the required use of resources. Next is improving employees' motivation. Improving employees' motivation. Employees' motivation. Of course, the controlling techniques or the controlling function communicate the roles of employees well in advance. Employees also know the standard against which their performance will be appraised. It motivates them to give better performance. Next is order and discipline. We have already discussed the two principles under the chapter Principles of Management as given by the Henry Ford, the order and discipline. Order simply means the systematic arrangement of all resources or things in the organization, whereas discipline means to follow the rules regulation in the organization. So, ensuring order and discipline. An efficient control system creates an atmosphere of order and discipline in the organization. Controlling keeps a continuous check on employees to minimize undesirable activities. And finally, the coordination. Coordination in all activities and in actions. Because controlling provides the directions to all activities and efforts for achieving organization goal. So that's why each departments and individual employees governed by the pre-decided standard which are well coordinated with the another activities. So these are the points to describe the role of the controlling as a functions of management, because we are not able to achieve our goals or destination by only making of plans, but we also think that some of the controlling techniques should be applied so we can reach our plans by the minimum efforts and maximum utilization of resources. Next, I will talk about the relationship. The relationship, because the controlling as treated as the last function of management, but why this function is required and what is the use of this function? So it can be directly relates with the plan. So one side, this is planning and this is controlling. It is a first function of management, whereas it is the last function of management. Last function of management. In these two functions, is very close relationship because of controlling is blind without planning. Many times we use these terms. Controlling is blind without planning. If no plan, then how we control the activities and which activities we need to control. So it is essential. First is the planning, then after to control the activities as per the plan. Second thing is planning without controlling is meaningless. Planning without controlling is meaningless. If no plan, no control. No control. So it is essential for the planning that controlling should be there. Next is both are backward looking as well as forward looking. The planning is viewed as a forward looking approach as plans are prepared for future and are based on forecast about future conditions. Planning also looking backward functions as plans are guided by the past experiences. Same way, the controlling is considered a backward looking function because it measure and compare actual performance with the standard, and controlling is also forward looking function because it aims to improve the future performance. So it is not only the planning is looking forward and the controlling is looking back. The planning and controlling both looking forward as well as looking back, because this planning based on the past experiences and approached for the future to decide the goals, whereas the controlling is looking back to find the result, to achieve the results as per the plan and minimize the mistakes in future and increase the performance of future. So it is a conclusion in the forms of controlling. The planning based on facts makes controlling easier and effective. Controlling improves future planning by providing information derived from the past experiences. And we tell after that, if I talk about the limitations of planning. So every functions have some of the merits as well as demerits. So here the limitations of controlling, are: first is difficulty in setting quantitative standard. Setting quantitative standard. So sometimes we have the problem to fix the quantitative aspects of the controlling. Next is limitations. Planning was also based on past experiences and we directly interrelate the controlling with the planning. So sometimes we not have control on external factors. Not control on external factors. So these things sometimes to be obstacle of controlling process. Next is a costly affairs. It is not an easy task. Costly affairs. By fixing of some various types of tools and techniques to control over the activities. For this purpose, we need a huge amount of budget, and the cost is involved directly, indirectly in the controlling process. Next is very difficult to change the mindset of the employees. Sometimes for the controlling process we have fixed the CCTV cameras, or maybe we maintain the register, we have alarm watch, or maybe different types of devices we use for the purpose of controlling the activities of the employees in the organization to achieve the pre-decided objectives. But sometimes we not in a position to change the attitudes or maybe the change of behavior of the employees related to the controlling activity. So these are the certain limitations of controlling, but after that the controlling is directly helpful for achieving our objectives on the basis of pre-planned actions or the planned objectives. Thank you.